Halito, Halito, Halito. Make sure. Halito, Halito, Halito. What's happening, beautiful ones? How y'all beautiful ones doing? I hope everything's healthy. So, you know, I hope them people ancestors really do something about the I don't know what the word is. It maybe it's naivete or something like that. I think that's the word that I want to use because um and shout out to Saneter. That was decent. I wasn't, offended or anything like that. Of course I'm always gonna hold my own. You know what I'm saying? I do that very well. I'm always gonna hold my own. I don't understand how and I made sure I purposely waited until this particular moon to agree to do that because this is a super moon as everybody knows, and this is probably going to be the biggest of the entire year. So I just use that energy, you know what I'm saying, to deal with the ancestors. And that's how we did our things by the moon cycle. And that's just it. I don't know how it was so difficult for them to have a hard time with who they are by who they are related to. I know I sounded redundant answering the same question. The sister who was very polite, the question about the creation theory. But how else can I answer that by saying that I was created from my parents? Is that where is the lie in that? Where is the lie in that? I am the result of their creation, whatever happened in that moment. So, how am I responsible for everybody in the world being from Africa and all these other things when I only know and can really generally speak of my existence based on the absolute facts that I have to substantiate my claim? In life, in every situation, I know that I am a product of my parents' creation, right? Even for people that don't have a mother and father, had to have a mother and father at some point for any of it to even be possible. So, I was trying to find a way to say the same thing over and over again because my story's not going to change. For a fact, it is absolutely true. There's not a motherfucker on the planet that can say that I don't come from my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. That's not right there. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Halito. So I'm on the air, sir. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. Chipisa la chicken. Thank you. They could come on in and ask hard questions, but I wasn't gonna let them rule or just. Oh, absolutely. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That was fine. That was cool. I hope they, study their people. Thank you. All right, my sister. Peace. Have a good night. Yeah, okay. Chipisa la chicken. So, that was cool. That was cool, I mean, can they really beat me up? This is my grandparents here. Can you really, not that I needed saving or anything, but he did make sure that everybody was respectful. Pretty much as any host should. I certainly wouldn't let anybody be belligerently disrespectful towards any of my guests as well. That's just a common courtesy. But I really didn't know how do you answer a creation story if it doesn't start with your own people. Like, that's kind of creepy. Like you don't believe in Santa Claus, but you believe that you descend from somebody you don't know you descend from. Like that's just it's just kind of weird to me. You know what I'm saying? And on a global scale, if there's anybody that feels like that, because we're not all over the world, we're right here in America, and right now this is our world. So I don't know what it's like in China or anything like that. I don't know if they have similar issues being oppressed by, I'm sure they do, in by some other type of Chinese or some other type of Asians. You know what I'm saying? Like the Japanese have always colonized the Chinese, but in no way form do they confuse their two lineages, right? So, and nobody argues them. Nobody tells pilgrims to go back to Africa or anything like that. So I guess the problem is not, and I stand by the same thing. I can't prove that I am African, and that shit goes over their head. I can't prove that I am. And if you're proving that, if you're saying that you are, how come you can't prove it? I do. What's not fair about that? How does that not work both ways? If you are a car mechanic, there will come a time where you have to fix some shit. You got to change some spark plugs, do a tune up or something like that, an oil change. Something's got to go. You got to put some ball bearings, change the rotor. Something's got to happen. A brake job. Something's got to happen to prove that you are a mechanic. You have to have some sort of proof. You can't just go saying that, take somebody's car, take their money, and then give it back to them in the same condition. Like I don't understand that. I was having a hard time. I don't know. If y'all, the best thing I do is stay out the damn chat because I know they was in there wilding. Now I would glance periodically or something like that. But I'm so immune to that because really at the end of the day, I fight the people that they're afraid of. So, when it comes down to them thinking that, that they are going to be disrespectful and stuff like that because they can't connect with their bloodline relatives. I That's not my problem. That's really their problem. I don't lose any sleep over it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is the ancestors said that it was okay to even do the interview in the first place. And it had to happen today. And it happened today because of the energy that I was able to extend. See, especially for the people who civically are dead. So that was my contribution. I give life. We give life. Just like we always do. We give life. And it's okay. I have plenty to go around right now. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors, they do what it is that they need to do to keep me entertained by them, not anything external. And that is the problem that they're having. They're still suffering. So it doesn't matter if they are, it doesn't matter if they are anti-religion or anything like that. They still live their life like someone else is going to come save them just the same. So they don't subscribe to Isa or Jesus or Yeshua or Yahweh, whatever. They don't subscribe to that, but still in their minds, they still see themselves as inferior. And in that instance, they are so fearful of what the so-called white man going to do that they will overlook what it is the people that look like them do. How many white people have punched you in your face in your lifetime or tried to steal somebody steal from somebody? Or I just want to know, like, what can you tangibly prove that you are not willing to tell the truth about the people that look like you? Oh, so now that makes me some type of something because I'm honest about my experiences and I'm able to articulate the fact that I was called black and that shit did not sit well with me as a youngin'. I always was cute. I had validation from my mom and with the cute dresses, and we was always fly. Like, what was there to not to be so, I didn't have any self-esteem issues or anything like that. I always hated being called that shit. That ain't what we was talking about in my crib. What you mad at me for? I didn't have to get dressed every Sunday, and go to church. I didn't have to do that. We didn't have Bible study and all that. There was a Bible in the house. We prayed over our food and stuff as per grandma shit, but I wasn't saturated with that. So even at the point where I thought that, the Bible made sense as an adult, and maybe these Israelites is onto something. They was only on to the fact that there is something different outside of the norm, if you get what I mean. And that's about where it stops. Being able to place yourself in a narrative. Just the idea of being able to place yourself in a narrative was what kind of brought me closer to home. So, but outside of that, I had to, it's not, though, no man in my family ever did anything them niggas in that book did. And knowing that that book came from across the water for one of my ancestors, they think that it's still supposed to be something enchanting in there that makes me think that that is going to be the guideline for my life, with all understanding and all hope for whatever type of shit they think is going to happen for them in regards to those same religious books, right? They don't live out none of the other stuff that tells you give to Caesar with Caesar's, meaning who is the state of New York against you, meaning your when Nicodemus is talking to Jesus, they're not using anything. How can a man who's born again, who's already been born, be born again? Asking shit like that. Nigga, you call your birth certificate. You have to establish who your lineage is, right? Tells you all of that. They know everything about genealogy of that nigga, but don't know who their great grandmother is. How can you respect that? And this is the perspective that I want them to look at, because this is why the oppressor will not take them seriously. And this is why they don't take them seriously. It's sad and unfortunate. Don't be mad at Phoenix. It's not a matter of what Phoenix is saying, because Phoenix is going to be doing whatever she need to be doing for hers internally. I never needed Oprah. I never needed, none of these fucking role models. I did love me some Michael Jackson, and, I grew up listening to Whitney Houston and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But outside of like our culture and shit like that, I really wasn't too fascinated and just, idolizing somebody outside of my family. When I seen the craziest situations turn out for the better, you know what I'm saying? With my own people, I seen my own people fight. Whether it was alcoholism or drug addiction, nigga, those was my heroes. They kicked that shit in the ass, got their shit together. Everything is everything, right? Fortunate. None of the shit lasted long that was bad. I don't take those bad moments and hold on to that and act like I was so robbed of so many moments when I was given so many gifts. I was given so many gifts. That doesn't come from turmoil and all those traumas. Most of my trauma was as an adult. I had to explain to these Pan-Africans, nigga, y'all oppress me. Y'all oppressing me in that chat right now. You ain't gonna get up there and tell no white man that he ain't no he the devil and all this other stuff. They wouldn't do that. Go back to Africa. You from Africa. You my son. They ain't telling them that. They don't even believe it in their mind, because they would feel that this white supremacy doesn't exist, kind of like the way we feel. So I know in their mind, like psychologically, you don't believe that. If you believe that everybody is your son, you'd be acting like Big Daddy around this motherfucker. And last I checked, niggas like had a whole bunch of, what if you just minding your business, being that complexion you are, and master come and kick your face in with a baton and a battering ram. Right? This is making up all these fucked up scenarios to be the most tragic thing that they seen on TV that they subscribe to in their mind that can possibly happen. I think that is like, that's part of, the sickness. And then at the end of the day, it's almost as if it's more important who I am than them still thinking that they don't have the burden of proof to prove that they are who they say they are. If you a slave, I'm sorry. Okay. Were you an Indian slave or were you an African slave? Were you a Moroccan slave or who they was calling Negro in South Carolina back in 1740? Like, figure it out, because there was so many things. If you have a job right now and you work for a company, you're a fucking indentured servant, slave, employee, indentured servant, slave. They kind of fucking interchangeable, because you're not in control and you're subject to rules and regulations from someone that is above you that technically feeds you and your children. That's your motherfucking master. In other words, you couldn't keep the lights on without them motherfuckers. Same situation that a lot of people ancestors was in. And then there's those that were on their own account. Thank you so much for that. That donation, Terrell Bay. Thank you very much. You know, and I'm telling them it's not even so much of a problem that I'm American Indian. They have to identify with who they are. So if you feel like you are this particular individual and these particular things happen to your ancestors, don't don't worry about me proving anything. I can prove what it is that I'm saying to these people, right? And there's a whole bunch of stuff that they're not going to say because they can't say anything when the truth is put in their face. Now, if I go to these dumb motherfuckers with this same crazy ass story, this blanket story that the rest of these people are saying, we get flatlined and curved. They're gonna listen, maybe, but I'm getting curved. There's no meat and potatoes to it. Gotta have the whole facts. Redress the grievances. I can talk about torts all day. They don't know what the four components of a tort is. If you feel like, how come Ta-Nehisi Coates and Claude Anderson and none of these other extravagant people that was supposed to get y'all whatever reparations you think that you are supposed to be getting or you think that's due to you, how come it's never been successful? For all these motherfuckers that was in that chat trying to challenge their own grandmothers, they not just trying to kill mine, but they killing their own grandmothers too. You've reduced them to the same thing that they reduced you to. Black slaves with no home, nowhere to go, that can't get right, dismal calamities, wicked, dirty, sullen, all types of shit with no true designation. But you can't tell me that you getting all your Nigerian friends is getting their ass whipped over there. Wherever you at, you can't tell me all your Ethiopian friends is in the same predicament you in. Your Ghanaian friends is fucked up in the hood too. They came over here fucked up. They fucked up over here. Tell the truth. How are you related to them? Besides a new relation, maybe some nieces, nephews in common, or a grandparent or something, be able to explain that and articulate that, and you have no problem. You should be out of the conversation. And you still should have a starting point as to how African are you? I say I'm American. How American am I? Where shall I start? This lineage is one deep, but it run deep all through this motherfucker. There ain't a motherfucker on the planet that can tell me whatever night my parents had didn't produce me and my sisters. Whatever night they had. I am the issue of their creation, their union, their covenant to make it be. The only reason why a damn plane stays in the sky because everybody says it is. Everybody is on agreement. We have mutual agreements and things that we manifest and make it so. So if you all think that we can walk through a wall, if everybody thinks it without a shadow of a doubt, it can absolutely happen. We think all these other things are just so beyond the scope of someone's invention. They're nothing but just our ideas, believing it and giving it life. If we all thought we could fly without a shadow of a doubt, we probably could. I believe that we could. People are having a hard time doing what's good for them. So now that I've even explained to them how to start dissecting things, and I thought it was going to be a little different. I thought I was going to be able to screen share and teach. I didn't know I was going to do it over the phone. So right now, what I'm going to do is show them some of the things that they were unable to see that I was explaining, specifically when it comes to civil rights. So give me a moment. Let me do this screen share. Un momento. Okay. So here's the Civil Rights Act of April 11, 1968. Let me see if I can blow this up so I can make this really, really clear. Let's see. I hope the screen share is working. Can y'all hear me good? Y'all can hear me okay. Can y'all drop a 1 in the chat, please? Just want to make sure everybody is able to hear me. Y'all can drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat, please. Let's see. Let me see something. Let me make sure that this is working correctly. Hold on, y'all. Let's see if they trying to jam my radar. If they trying to jam my radar, remember Space Jam? I can't see the chat or anything. Everything froze. I'm hoping that I'm still live. Yeah, this is annoying. Super, super annoying.
Messy writing can cost.
Give me a second, y'all. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are able to see or hear me still. It still says that I'm live, but I think they're definitely trying to jam my radar. Let me see. Okay, I don't know if y'all can still hear me. I'm definitely trying to get back. Okay, so I'm still on. Okay. Let me try and do this screen share because I wanted y'all to see the Civil Rights Act. You know, and like I said, for the pan fries, you know, I don't even want to call them that, but I don't know what else to say because it's just so, you know, blatantly disrespectful how they are willing to sacrifice their bloodline relatives that they can prove for a story that they say is so true, and they can't validate that story, you know, and back it up to make it work officially for them. So I'm having a hard time with that. And this is why the world will never take them seriously. It has nothing to do with how I feel or what they feel that that my beliefs are. These are what the facts are. My feelings ain't got nothing to do with this shit. You know? My feelings have nothing to do with it. My personal feelings have absolutely nothing to do with it. So a lot of people say that there's this buffering. I don't I'm gonna put this screen share back and see if it allows me to do it. Okay, so there it is. Yeah, that was really wild. They were just totally jamming my radar right now. So let's get this Civil Rights Act. I just need them to see this. Let's zoom in right here. Now, this is from the government publishing office, okay? So people are seeing that this isn't some book that one of these monkey ass motherfuckers wrote trying to get you to subscribe to some shit that you can't prove, okay? This is absolutely what happened after Martin Luther King was shot, all right? In Public Law 90284, April 11th, 1968, okay? Let me blow this up a little bit. The St. Phoenix opinion. This is what the law says. So, okay, I talked about the difference between an American Indian and a Native American. A Native American has federally regulated activities. This right here says interference with federally protected activities. Now, like I said, there's some significant questions that I've always asked and I've always posed, and I get nothing but insulted. I never get an answer. And I asked the question, when were the Native Americans unable to secure a hotel room? When were they unable to go into a restaurant and have to go in through the back door? Where were they? When did they have any participation in any of those marches that you were seeing people strutting around in big giant feathers and stuff like that? Because I could show you the known Indians that had on suits and ties in the 1800s, but by the 1920s, they were wearing war bonnets, which the Eastern Indians do not wear. The Algonquins do not wear those war bonnets. So, interference with federally protected activities. Again, the Native American has federally regulated activities. The American Indian has federally protected activities. Okay? Whoever, whether or not acting under color of law, by force or threat of force, willfully injures, intimidates, or interferes with or attempts to injure, intimidate, or interfere with any person because he is or has been, or in order to intimidate such person or any other person or any class of persons from a voting or qualifying to vote, participating in or enjoying any benefit, service, privilege, program, facility, or activity provided or administered by the United States, applying for or enjoying employment or any perquisite thereof by any agency of the United States, serving or attending upon any court in connection with possible service as a grand or petit juror in any court of the United States. Now, when did they have a problem going to try and be on a jury? You tell me when the Native Americans had these issues. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Enrolling in or attending any public school or public college. Right. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. This is something very important. Now you ask these Native Americans, where were they when this was jumping off? Huh? These riots. Riots. Let's go down to chapter 102. When were the Native Americans in Los Angeles taking televisions out of the stores? Show me where in Detroit the Native Americans were so pissed off that they were throwing Molotov cocktails through the Detroit dry cleaner somewhere. Let me know when they was tearing up that mom and pop drugstore in Baltimore. Show me a picture of them marching with Martin Luther King. Show me a picture. Show me a picture with Rosa Parks. Show me when they was out there from Standing Rock. Them people from Standing Rock was over here in the United States. Over here in the 13 colonies, the original states. Let me know. Which one of them can talk about their history in Alabama? How come these people having a hard time talking about where they was at in 1650 in Rhode Island? A place that was well documented. Massachusetts got a plethora of information, never had fires, didn't burn, none of that. How come they're having a hard time finding their families? How come they're not on these muster rolls? How come they don't have any problem seeing on any of these documentations that they're never still beefing about being called black, Negro, mulatto, and everything else? They don't have no beef. Show me where their lawsuit was settled with the Native Americans because they took their name from them. Show me in history where they have any type of documentation on their genocide and their forced assimilation in the South. Not being able to get a hotel room. Show me where they were at. How come Mamie King Chalmers don't remember when her and her brother was getting arrested and sprayed with water hoses? She don't remember. No Native Americans over there. John Lewis ain't never mentioned no Native Americans over there. I don't know what their impression is, but according to this right here, but nobody else rioting but the Indians. When nobody else getting it in. When nobody else getting it in. Let's get some more clarity. So we know they wasn't there with the riots. We know they wasn't having no hard time getting no hotel room. We know that for a fact. When were they having a hard time leaving the reservation to buy a house and they couldn't get a loan? Show me where they were getting curbed because they could not get a loan, but they gave them all that land in Oklahoma. Did they ever have a problem? Show me where they were continually oppressed after 1908, so bad to the point where they had to get civil rights. When did they have these problems over in Indian territory? How come we've never seen any of their action until after this right was passed and they started putting black on campuses and black this and Africa that and placing those, what's the Kwanzaa nigga, his name start with an M. He ain't even worthy because he like to rape women and mutilate women that look like his mama. He a nasty nigga. He ain't one of our people. Kalani, the one that created Kwanzaa, because they wasn't celebrating that shit 200 years ago. They ain't had no Kwanzaa no 200 years ago. That ain't no ancient African thing. That's a 1968 post Martin Luther King. Let's get these Indians to call themselves everything but a goddamn Indian. We're going to turn them black and make them too strong and too proud. So much that we're going to devalue their asses and take away these silver certificates and give them this other fiat. For both debts, public and private. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Silver certificates. They disappeared when the black man came. They disappeared when the black man showed up. Talking about he was black and proud. Oh, word, son. Title 2. Single subject matter because they talking about the same people that they was talking about in the first title that have the federally regulated activities. This say rights of Indians. It don't say nothing about no Native Americans. They better cut it out. Let's get this real clear. Let me blow this up real quick inside so you know. Rights of Indians. Title 2. Phoenix ain't make this up. Now, where y'all folks was at in 68? You ain't even got to go 100 years back. Where everybody folks was at, 1968. You see why it was so important for them to break up the household? Because they didn't have power of self-government anymore. It was taken away when they were civically mortus. So they got it in one day and lost it the next damn day by subscribing to being called black. By subscribing to being called the color of a car tire, the bottom of my boots, asphalt. By subscribing to the word that caused them dismal and calamitous, void of light. I told them niggas look out the window, it's the supermoon. That's my ancestors, that's me. That's that energy you manifest from the tangible bloodline relatives that you can deal with. I don't gotta worry about Jesus, but I know who Opie Chancano is. Why I can't call on him? I know that's my grandfather. Why can't I call his name out? Why can't I talk about my grandma Coco Esky? I know she lived, far as I'm concerned, she older than Jesus. The Bible came in 1611. If I could find them being born prior to that, see what I'm saying? The difference when I deal with the tangible. Jesus came over here in 1611. Shit. I got proof my folks was here before him. Then they want to get mad when I tell them my motherfucking other grandfather, however he chose to mix into with my family, I ain't got nothing to do with that, no control over that. That nigga bought that book. I don't know about what design, whatever. Didn't make sense that you wanted to use that to fool the people that you wanted to fall in love and have babies with so you can keep yourself rooted to this land some goddamn how. Right, because they had to be all up under our women. They had to make that shit attractive. This shit say whites and Indians. I'm having a hard time with them having a hard time. But what the truth is, and trying to project it and make it seem like this some shit that I feel, oh, because you believe that you're not from Africa. So no, I'm telling you, my creation story begins with me being in the water. So did my grandfather lie when he said we come from the water? Is there not water that breaks when birth is about to begin? What is so hard for them to believe about what's really true? But I can sit them and tell them a lie. I heard Jesus came, it was immaculate conception, and this, and he had this, and then Shem, and then Abraham. If I go there in all those goddamn lanes and the shit that the oppressors told us, they'll believe me, they'll have some sympathy, they'll have empathy, they will project a different type of energy towards me because at least I'm subscribing to some shit that they feel like they can tell me. Oh, sister, this, that, and the third. Why? Because somebody else told your ass that? Did grandma tell you that, nigga? What's the backstory? What else did grandma tell you? Because even if she did tell you about Jesus, nigga, she told you Indian. Or she told you African. That's just what grandmas do. I reckon that's what all of them do. I don't care if they Italian, from Czechoslovakia, Ukrainian. I'm telling you, all grandmas let them know that they Ukrainian, that they this or they that. That's just what they do. Oh, make grandma proud and pinch your cheeks and find you a nice, dark, tall, dark, and handsome man, right? Wouldn't somebody from Ukraine expect that? Jewish people expect them Jewish daughters to marry Jewish sons. Why? Because they're Jewish, not because they're African. What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? What's wrong that I seem strange for really dealing with my bloodline relatives that can't none of these people take from me? And then they want me to subscribe to a bunch of people who don't even respect their own grandmothers and grandfathers. How much sense do it make? But they'll idolize Dr. Ben. I bet you Dr. Ben Yochanan, I bet you his kids know who their grandparents are and where they from for real. John Henry Clark, you think he didn't know that they was motherfucking Indian? What motherfuckers was being called mulatto in Alabama? Look at what the law say. Mulatto is the issue of an Indian. An issue is a child produced from a specific person. Thank you, Empress Isha. These niggas sit there and thought that they was insulting me by telling me what the fuck all these other people been told. The same shit I'm telling them. I heard the same story, but I knew it wasn't true. I did my due diligence, and I suggest you do the same. Back it up. Back it on up like a U-Haul truck. That's all they want to hear. That's all they're going to respect. That's all they're going to respect. So they go Indian rights. Look at this shit. And look, they done spent, they sent to make sure that the American Indian don't do this right here. Because Native Americans don't do this. They get told what to do. No Indian tribe in exercising powers of self-government shall. When have we practiced self-governing? Never. Self-governing people, they can't be the Native Americans not being told where the fuck to live. Why you think they gotta squeeze us out of everything? Because we too dumb to know that our people is motherfucking Indians and they don't have the right to violate public law 90284. You can't discriminate against where Indians can live. I want to know, when did they have a hard time? When did they have a hard time finding a hotel? Y'all gonna have to clear that shit up for me because I'm having a hard time understanding that. Can none of them pan fries answer that question, please? Shouldn't be that hard. Shouldn't be that hard. Y'all got all the answers except for what your folks was doing in 1880. Got all the answers in the world. All the comebacks. You got all my motherfucking information, but you can't tell me what the fuck your folks was doing. Not one of them. I got thousands of them. I got over 10 trees over the course of years. You know how many people? About almost 60,000 people. Can't even keep up with everything. Periodically, you just go up the collateral lines just so you stay familiar with the names that's associated with your blood, your being that y'all like to put on a Q-tip, put inside a Petri dish, and pray. Pray to the genetic scientist that he give you a family over there in Africa instead of a direction. He went that way. But you can't attach yourself to no kingdom. You can't attach yourself to no slaver. You don't know how your ass got here. You don't know if your granddaddy stole a hog while he was a slave. You don't know if they were stealing horses. That was like stealing cars. You steal a horse, there was so much stuff that can happen to you. That was like, it might be a reason to kill a nigga. They played with them things back then. It was a lot different. It was a lot easier to get away with that type. Niggas was catching bodies all day. It's always been violence, always been a universal language. I could go through newspaper articles showing you this is what they did. They was getting crunk. How the hell can you go wrong with who you related to? We were slaves. Who the hell is we, nigga? Who's we? You don't even know what your folks was doing during this time. Why are you associating yourself with something that you can't bet? All right, word. If you had to go get them papers right now to prove that what you say is true, what could you get? What would you bring? They can't answer that. What do you have now to prove that your children are your children? You got some sort of birth certificate, some sort of baptismal something. You got some sort of shit that says that you are the guardian, you are the parent, you or one of y'all or the both of y'all as parents. One of y'all is listed in somewhere in this jacket, this particular portfolio regarding said minor. You are the attached parents. There's things that you will require to register your shorty in school that prove that they belong to you. Right? So how do you think that you can prove that you related to people that existed previously? Oh, the white man documents, the same documents that been around since the 1660s, birth certificates, dumb niggas. If the Bible was written in 1611, what the hell is Peter telling this nigga he got to have the deed of his body? Paul's telling the motherfucker he got to have a deed of his body. Don't even the Moors done introduced the SESK being a birth certificate. They done told you about that. They done even said it. Everybody in the world know about the birth certificate. And regarding commerce that has a little tiny bit of civics and polity about themselves, they know about that instrument, how it's used, and they don't need to apply it over there where they at. Ain't much going on. They want to come here, America, and take my shit and have a good old jolly old time. because of the shit that they know as a foreigner in somebody else's house. And these motherfuckers don't want to wipe their feet on the welcome mat or nothing. Niggas just come, just throw their little dirty ass motherfucking boots on my couch and shit like. And don't even see why that shit make me uncomfortable. You want to know why I'm wound up? Nigga, I don't got to worry about no white people. I'm sitting in my crib right now. I walk to the store. It's a nigga that will bust my head for $5 in my purse. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't got that same energy when them police pull you over. Why they was in that chat talking that type of shit? Talking all that tough willy shit. They do it to me. I'm telling them, I had to show them, y'all are pressing me right now. Nigga, I could smack all y'all niggas with hate crimes. This is what it is. I'm in my own country. I don't got to explain nothing to y'all. Yeah, I'm angry. They making me, forcing me to assimilate with some fucking people that don't care who their grandmother is. You motherfucking right. They gonna pay me for that. I'm gonna get a check off of y'all ignorance. In the area which you refuse to learn the fucking language and you're mad at the motherfuckers that's learning. Late bloomer and all. The Indian home already. The alpha and the motherfucking omega in this bitch. DNA who? Let's go dig up the motherfucking Natchez punch ball. I'm sure I'm related to some of them people and they DNA not gonna say nothing about no Congo. Let's talk about it. I'm sure I'm related. My DNA gonna go back to some mound builders over here. Dig them up and compare their bones to them motherfuckers you say you related to. You don't know who getting tested on the other side. Don't act like your science is so correct because the pilgrim told you so. Nigga, they don't get no realer than this science. I came from my daddy nuts and my mama's egg. That is an absolute factoid. We lived in her stomach for 9 months. Every child I gave birth to lived inside of me. They are a product and a creation of the man that I chose to have this same covenant with. That is an absolute scientific fact. Nothing is going to change that. And the only thing that can absolutely confirm it without a shadow of a doubt is fucking DNA directly. But DNA can't tell me who my son's father's father is. Can't do that. So the buck stops there. Y'all don't even know where my ancestors is buried at. How the hell do y'all know who I am? Dig they bones up, bitches. It costs $20,000 to exhume. And I'm about to exhume at the point where it's time to show these white people, y'all gonna have to cut the shit out. Because your German ass, wherever the hell you came from, you ain't related to no Beulah May. You's a goddamn lie. You think I'm worried about these Pan-Africans when we got people sitting all on our lands and we got niggas running around here loving and trusting with HEMOC, and you got these so-called skin folk niggas, these bitch-ass skin folk niggas that want to steal what we got too? You think I'm sitting there listening to these Pan-Africans and they gonna take my shift off the focus? Y'all better read what the bottom of that motherfucking screen say. No grandma killers allowed. I respect mine. No grandma killers allowed, baby. Don't kill your grandma, not in front of me. Don't do it. Don't do that. You find these motherfuckers find being natural so fucking hard that they just can't get over the fear of what the white man gonna do. They so fearful of what the white man gonna do. It's almost like niggas is too stupid to be scared of what the fuck their own skin folk might do. You got a couple enemies, motherfucker, in this land. I know I do. You think it's only them fucking pilgrims? You crazy? They can't do nothing to the Indian. They foreigners. And they skin shit give it away that they foreigners. Them documents go deep on them too, honey. And they come from somewhere else. And they are not allowed to persecute the Indian in their land. Not afraid. They can't persecute the Indian. So I don't know. It's like they having a hard time. They're having a hard time. How hard is it? If you can prove your children are your children, don't you dare tell me how is it that I know who my grandparents are. You ask your children that. You leave some behind so your progenitors know who the hell you are 7 generations from now. They'll say your ass ain't exist, and they damn sure gonna say your ass wasn't from no motherfucking Africa then. What you gonna do? Niggas ain't leaving. They ain't going nowhere. Niggas ain't going nowhere. Y'all better learn how to speak Akan. Y'all too busy up in the Indian business. But in order to get your citizenship in Ghana, baby, you got to learn the Akan language. How come I know what y'all requirements are, but you worried about what I could speak? Nigga, we speak English in my motherfucking country. Y'all, on the other hand, from where y'all from, across the Atlantic, better learn that language. I know business. I know legalese, American Sign Language, a little bit of Choctaw, a little bit of Sloggy, slick talk, job talk. I can freestyle, all of that. I got the language that I need in my land. I'm in my natural element. I can talk that slick shit. My ancestors did this shit for thousands of years. They've always been entertained by the things that we was able to create with our mouths, the sound that comes out of our shit. They pay us millions and millions and millions to get this sound up out of our soul, baby. Get this swag up out of our soul. They pay millions and billions of dollars to be like us. I don't got no time to be like nobody else. My creation started with my parents. And so far, I can't prove none of their parents before them came from this land that you telling me you trying to insist that I pay homage to. And y'all niggas don't even know what the requirements are to be there in your own motherfucking land. Tell me, name one of the articles of your constitution, of your African nation, of your African state, the country, the land, the continent. Tell me what it is your grandma cooked. If your grandma made cornbread, motherfucker, whether you like it or not, they made lima beans. What about that squash? You ever had a bean pie? We ain't never had jollof rice. Never had fufu. It's never been prepared. When Africans start eating grits, how many grits kept them Africans alive? If grits was their thing, we would have never had no Feed the World commercials. One of the biggest staples that kept our motherfucking bellies full. Where they corn porridge at? Where they porridge at? Where they was getting the maize from? Potatoes. What meals require them to have our American potatoes? I'm so sick of people. They so disrespectful. Italians with the spaghetti sauce. How you get the spaghetti sauce with the tomato from out my granny backyard? You keep asking me what my culture is, but y'all think y'all gonna keep stealing it in front of my face. This why I drop the bows on y'all all the time. Y'all disrespectful and don't even know it. You oppress me. I don't deal with the cracker this way. He don't handle me like that. It's y'all niggas. Y'all got to get in line or go home. The situation with the American Indian and the Pan-African is going nowhere. Y'all got to get your shit together. I'm sorry, but mama said I can't come outside. I got to do my homework first. Remember that, nigga? Let's take it back to the shit you might remember about just because your mother let you run the fucking streets all reckless and shit. My mama tell me I got to be in the house by 6. And if I don't get this information, if I don't get this book report done, I'm going to get my ass whipped. I'm going to be on punishment. I'm going to have to miss out on something. See, that's the mentality, the good rearing that I had in America. And I use that to run the whole shit that I need to run. That's my natural element to help me survive. Being able to articulate and communicate what my rights are. And I'll say it till I ain't got no air left because can't nobody take it from me. I'm not going to run from being natural. Them niggas can't be acting in their natural state if it seems to be end all and be all with a white man doing something so terrible to them, like stealing their grandma wasn't enough. To the weird hurt people or hurt people. And this is where these grandma killers is raised from. They bred from the white man. They come from the same place. They can't come from the soul because that's where my folks came from. This is why I care about mine so much that I'm not willing to sacrifice mine to neither one of the enemies. The one that look like me and the one that can't be in the sun too long. Neither one of them can't exist without me and mine. Why wouldn't I build mine up in their own house to make sure that they are structured and make sure they don't follow suit with the motherfuckers that won't go home but think they gonna keep coming over here letting they fucking hyena piss and shit on my lawn? You got me fucked up. It wouldn't happen in real life. This is why I don't play in real life. This is why I don't play with y'all. That's why I don't play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all get it together, but I'm not going to act like I love black people more than I love the American Indian. I'm going to tell you the truth. That's racism. I'm going to practice it. I don't have to be prejudiced. I don't hate anybody. Doesn't mean I hate anybody. But I self-identify with my people, the soul people of this land. Hand in the dirt, blood, sweat, and tears in the dirt, bodies in the dirt, they bones in the dirt. This my hood. I can't go to Africa and find one grave that belonged to my people. What was they practice? How did they bury your folks? They couldn't even use wood over there in Europe for a very long time. Look it up, like Carmelo says. Prove it. They had laws on the forest. You couldn't cut down trees for all of this. So where was all this stuff taking place? Who is your oppressor? Who took you? Who did it? Tell me. Show me on this doll where this oppressor fucking hurt you. You don't need to tell me no fancy story. I don't give a fuck. And I keep telling these panfiles with the time that's spent is not trying to tell them bitches who they are, but it always seems to be in defense of who I am. But you bitches don't question none of these crackers. You don't question none of them. You don't question none of them. You don't ask them how they here. You didn't ask them how they got in your land and took your dumb ass from off whatever riverbank, out whatever fucking tree, or swinging from whatever vine they told you. Yeah, they told you that too. You believe that shit. Well, make them pay for it then. Whatever it is that you believe, stick to your shit, stand by your fucking convictions, and make them niggas pay. I wish you the fucking best. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Beating them with their own stories that they told you. Right. That shit gonna work for you. Swell. Motherfuckers, we 48 laws of power, do 1,000 fucking push-ups, all this other stupid shit, but really ain't even using your mind at all. Motherfuckers talking about vegan and all that. Bitch, where them vegetables came from? If they America, your Pan-African ass better give it back. Give me back that fucking tomato. Don't you dare mix that with your shit. That's ours. I'll take them fucking pecans and give me them goddamn cashews. And I want them fucking walnuts too. That shit's mine. You can't take the potato salad with you. That's mine too. Leave the traffic light. No refrigerators for you. That's mine. Leave the moonshine and all them liquors that you like. That shit is mine. Show me in Africa where they had them goddamn bootleggers and they was making fucking wines and shit out of the fucking corn. Show me where y'all got your corn liquor from. And your corn rolls from. Full of shit. Full of shit. I want a nickel off for everything. Indian gonna act. These niggas don't even know what it's like to self-govern. So when we asking for toll tax or for everybody's fucking utility for being on the land that they fucking stole as they committed genocide and fucking ethnocide, yo, this shit real fucking deep. Shit real deep. I'm too strong right now to even be emotional to cry, but I'm always fucking passionate about it. This shit real. When I tell you I could fucking bounce fireballs off of my hand with this truth. And I'll make these motherfuckers eat it all the fucking time because this all I got. This is what they gave me. You want to see my lifelines? You see this shit? This from the soul. You can't do nothing about it. I couldn't either. I tried. And they made me sit still. And they made me apply this pressure to myself so I could apply this pressure to the motherfucker that want to see me doing bad in my own land. So far, they're not restricted to a skin color. So no, I can't admit honestly that I got so much trouble with the white man when it's a bunch of niggas trying to tell me my grandma didn't fucking exist. You want to know why I'm mad? This is why I stay on their necks. That's why I stay on their back. You want to feed me this Jesus shit? You want to tell me about Africa? You want to tell me about the Easter Bunny, the fucking Tooth Fairy and everything? Oh, bitch, I drew the line when it comes to mommy and daddy, my brothers and sisters, my children and my grandma, bitch. You can't tell me a motherfucking thing about none of them folks. None of them. You don't know them. You can't tell me where none of them motherfuckers was buried at. You don't know them. I could show y'all 10,000 of my family trees. You bitches wouldn't even know what you was looking at. You ain't got one. Y'all ain't got none. None. I could test your gangster and pull one out right now. Y'all acting like y'all fucking experts. These pedophiles was acting like they experts in genealogy, trying to talk about my shit fake. I could show you one ancestor, bitch. I'll give you a month and see how you can tie it back to me and my brothers and sisters, who they are. Name them as my family member in what regard. Let me see how ill y'all really are. If you could really find me on some 6 degrees of separation with basic fucking documentation as to who is related to who. Let's see if y'all motherfuckers could do it. Show me. Because I'm very passionate about it. And I've knocked it down to a complete fucking science that fucking topples all y'all DNA shit. Because you can't find a fucking relative. You can't be from 98% from the fucking Congo when the Congo wasn't there. That bitch is only from 1950 something. Look it up. The Congo didn't exist. And you motherfuckers is talking all this shit about I love Africa, the motherland. Bitch, where did Zaire disappear to? You let Zaire ain't on the map no more. You wouldn't even fucking remember unless these dumbass American Indian bloods didn't name their son Zaire. Don't know a motherfucker from Africa, but some of them bitches is guilty. Let's keep it real. I ain't never heard none of these so-called black people talking about the change of the name from Zaire to Democratic Republic of Congo and the Congo. Never heard y'all beefing about that. But y'all worried about my motherfucking grandma And you trying to make it seem like it's just oral story, bitch. These documents go back so motherfucking far. I was disgusted. After once you go all the way back to the fucking first Indians, all you see is the colonizers there. So what you gonna think you gonna throw me under some bus because I'm related to some of them motherfuckers too? So what? I don't gotta speculate, bitches. I know exactly what they was doing every decade since they got here. I can tell you where they lived, what families they married, the production of those unions. You got me fucked up. It's only the Panfides. The Pilgrims is they sitting there waiting, biting their fucking nails, waiting, because that means they gonna have to get up. You got to go back wherever you came from, nice little Norwegian lady, nice little German lady, nice little European lady. You're gonna have to go. What was your name? Because it definitely wasn't the same name as my granny. So who was they pretending to be? The people that they've been getting to diagnose themselves as being black and helpless and inferior and got to deal with white supremacy. The ones that were slaves. We were slaves. You went from kings to slaves. You can't prove none of the fucking kings y'all was related to. Can't prove that shit. Can't prove none of the kings you was fucking related to. But you think you want to tell me about the Indians that I am related to? Let's be real here. You want to talk about Pangea? These niggas want to talk about everything but their grandma. It's a fucking like grandma is like a specific deterrent. Like they done fucking put something to activate them to make them turn off from the tangible bloodline proof of who exactly they are. If you say you African, you should be able to prove it, is what I'm saying. You don't got to prove it to me, bitch. Prove it to your oppressor. So you can pop off and get what it is that you feel like you rightfully deserve. Right? You worried about what the fuck Phoenix got going on, what the fuck the Aborigines doing. Nigga, we ain't your concern. We home already. Go fix your house. How y'all man Matumbo say, not in my house. Go home and do that. You ain't gonna get no interference from the American Indian, not even a little bit, I promise you. But y'all can't even get no support. We got all the fucking power. We got all the power that we need to make this shit work. We just gotta stop fucking with the remnants of y'all motherfuckers that really just be, doing all these fucking distractions and shit like that. See, I'm an Indian all the time. This is why I always seem like I'm being hard and like I'm always just, so fucking powerful. And I think this and I think that and all of that. Man, you know what? My children think I'm fucking great. So don't my parents. That was my man calling me, asking me if I'm good. So he thinks I'm great too. What the fuck do I gotta worry about strangers that I'm never gonna see? You never gonna I'm never gonna need you to pay my light bill, to feed my children, do nothing. You not what are you talking about? How does my Indian hurt the African in you? I'm having a hard time understanding that. And they are so disrespectful that it's a matter of you worried about what I could prove. Nigga, you couldn't even prove that you was African. You'd be home already. There'd be some sort of welcome party. You'd know your fucking language. Are you fucking kidding me, nigga? We've been side by side with some of y'all motherfuckers for a long time. We ain't never mixed with y'all and had no babies either. Let's keep it all the way real. There's a fundamental difference. And if y'all so African, why the fuck the real Africans, the continental Africans, tell them their children don't come fucking with y'all, and they go get them a Becky or a Ling Ling? They don't fuck with y'all black motherfuckers talking that shit. That's a lie. Y'all so African they ain't never called you home. Why not? Why not? What conversations have you had with your grandmother about Africa? When did y'all get here again? How? Did they fly here in the 1940s? Nigga, yeah, all right, you African, but what about the rest of us? How was you connected to us? What made you come to the place where they took your folks to? If Africa's so rich, why are they fucking swimming past sharks and alligators to get over here? What's being stolen from y'all that we don't got already? Nigga, the gold rush was in California and North Carolina and Virginia and Georgia. The gold rush was in Georgia. Lumpkin, Georgia. Still gold mines down there right now. We have diamonds too. The copper colored people were all the copper. Copper ain't in Africa. Copper is American, just like the copper colored people that matched the fucking minerals that they had when they came over here that they didn't have nowhere else. How y'all in such shambles over there in that whole entire so-called black continent that y'all remained a black continent all this time through all of those hundreds of billions and millions and billions and trillions of people? How come the Chinese was able to maintain themselves after they was colonized by the Japanese in such a short fucking period of time? Y'all really believe them stories about yourselves too, where y'all can't even track your own fucking history? The shit don't be adding up. Don't add up. I don't know what y'all gonna do. But when that 2020 census come through, you better know what to say. Because you ain't gonna just be black, motherfucker. You gonna have to say, how black? Well, how black are you? Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm Akon. I'm Yoruba, I'm this and that and this and that. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna force the Yorubas that's in these communities, right? That's already got their little political stances here while they trying to trample over the fucking Indians' rights. And they're gonna have to recognize you, and they're not gonna know who you pan frieds are. Oh, it's a recognition game all over the world. This is why everybody runs to the United Nations. Because what's happened here, even with these Native Americans, if the other Native Americans to the right of you and to the left of you don't recognize you, you don't become recognized in their particular system. Same shit happens in Africa. Just how they invited those Hindustans to now be the Native Africans over there in Kenya when the Kamba people still living in the goddamn street getting their coochie lips mutilated. Where was y'all niggas at? Y'all worried about a Phoenix Moon is African, but you busybodies are failing to stop what the Moors are doing over there in Libya and their territory, what they've been doing for the last 2,000 years. They're doing this for thousands of years. They've been doing that. Over there in Libya and Algeria, they take in the Congo people and the Cameroonians, but y'all worried about Phoenix and A4 and the American Indians and the American Aborigine this. While y'all talking that shit, we fucking with grandma. Ha! We digging up in these archives. Asking these pilgrims questions. Do you have ID? Do you have ID, sir? You got proof to be in my land, baby. That's how the conversation goes. Why would I sit there and pretend that I have these situations where I'm just so fearful of what the white man gonna do? It's not true. I'm not gonna pretend to be doing that shit on Saneter. I don't live my fucking life like that. You gotta be kidding me. Them motherfuckers be like, have a good day, Miss Moon. The fucking police like, we're not gonna arrest you, but the thing is, the bad news is you get to go home with her. That's what the police say to my nigga. Oh, sorry, sir. We want to give you a hard time. We're not going to arrest you. We're going to let you go home with her as if that's punishment. You can say it, present it how you want to say it, but you better not put no handcuffs on my dude trying to snuggle up with him. We snuggling tonight. You're not arresting him. You damn sure ain't arresting me. Don't even ask me my name. I don't have one. Not like how you thinking. I don't got the name that can hit me up in handcuffs, buddy. Who you think I am? Now I ask you, who do you think I am? Because I know I don't fit no description to nobody you looking for. You don't want this smoke. Indians send them smoke signals. Indians send them smoke signals. No, grandma killers allowed. I don't think y'all get that. This is why I call them grandma killers. They will try and kill your history to hold on and suck the phallus of the oppressor's tails. That's some serious shit. I know my mouth is crazy. So if you think I talk to y'all like this, what you think I give to these pilgrims? Oh, honey, I give it to them. And it works because I know how to speak that language. You know why? Because you know who we the people is? My ancestors. Where was y'all folks in 1777? Where y'all was at? Y'all was signing treaties? Show me. Hmm. They can be mad all they want. They ain't kidnapping my babies. They ain't doing that. They ain't harming my people. You know why? Because I push it to the limit. I don't know everything, but I'm too scared of not doing nothing than I am of busting a motherfucking move. I don't like getting oppressed. I don't like feeling like I'm getting told what to do. My mother tell me to go get that, go run up and down the stairs. I still do it. Like I'm 10 years old. Yes, I do that for her because that's my authority. My father lives in Poughkeepsie. That's my authority. We do got older brothers and sisters, so I listen to them. Now I got some aunts and uncles and shit like that. We respect our elders. So yeah, and that type of structure and that type of order. This strange motherfucker right here that might not even be a real person who's pretending to be a policy enforcer illegally, unlawfully in my land, or perhaps the descendants of the people that have oppressed me and injured me, they got a personal against me because now I have made it very vocal that I am very in tune with what the torts are that were against my people specifically. I can't speak for the African slave. I ain't done the research on them. Because in search of that fucking truth, I found my own. And now I don't go nowhere near that shit. I stay on the land because that's where the fuck I'm supposed to be. You not dragging my mind across the Atlantic because I ain't got no reason to be the fuck over there. And if that's the reason for you to feel like, oh, the Abos, they stupid, they stupid, they stupid, prove us wrong. How come ain't none of these pilgrims out here talking this shit y'all talking? Why they don't support you? You motherfuckers support the Native Americans because a lot of y'all have those Masonic ties. And y'all got the Boule Greek letters and all that other shit. And that's what y'all into. Y'all got tricked into being them fraternities where they turn all them good old Indian schools, American Indian schools, and now they so-called historically black colleges. Go ahead, I'm dead for y'all niggas to argue me on this. Howard University, Hampton University, Fisk University, Tuskegee Institute, Beach Institute in Savannah, Georgia. My grandmother was one of the first teachers in the Beach Institute, a school for Indians. Hampton University, Indians. Fisk University, Indians. Let's argue, motherfuckers, with your HSBCUs, because I'ma sue y'all bitches for that too. Y'all fucking with my mind, and y'all trying to make me assimilate to some shit that don't exist, that y'all made up. Y'all did everything to keep us from calling ourselves exactly what the fuck we are, American Indians. Not Native Americans, not Black, not African, not Pan-African, not African American, motherfucking American Indian. Say it with me now. So y'all can stop trying to challenge me and go figure out what your grandparents was doing. So y'all can save yourselves and the people you say you love. Say it with me. American Indian. I repeat, Phoenix never said that she was Native American. She's always had the same stance. Grandma was an Indian. She gonna say it. Her children gonna say it. Her grandkids gonna say it. Her great-great-grands gonna say it. These pilgrims gonna say it. These Panthers gonna say it. Gotta keep telling you my name. Gotta keep telling you. I'm gonna keep reminding you. You're not gonna make me forget. You tried that already. Them shenanigans is over. They use Kalani and Jesse Jackson and all these other people to get my mind off the land, right? So they could keep getting their head bust like these new niggas that act like white people got all the power in the fucking world. When I know all I gotta do is keep my money in my motherfucking pocket. Make sure I don't eat none of your food. Deal with none of your ideologies. Shit. Y'all waiting on the American dream, and I'm making it manifest. Not the European version, the ancestral version of the natural people that used to be here on this land. What you talking about? Plus the perks of these new inventions. And them old school laws that been protecting my motherfucking American Indian ass ever since I acknowledged and I gave declaration and I made it clear that I was never going to turn my back on my motherfucking people. My people are the American Indians. I don't know how that sits with you. It don't got to sit no motherfucking way with you paying fries. Go and sit with your own grandma. Mine is buried around the corner from over here. I go sit and have coffee with her whenever I want. Whenever I want. Whenever I want. Know where she buried at? Y'all ain't gonna dig her up and find no motherfucking African in that grave. You motherfuckers is crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all too concerned with the wrong fucking thing. You worried about what I could prove, nigga. You can't prove what it is that you're saying you is. When all along, while you waiting for me to tell you that I'm Indian, every ancestor that I got didn't leave the motherfucking land. They ain't came from nowhere. Where they was at? Already home. There's no break in the fucking history, y'all. There's no break. You be mad all you want. Don't get mad, get right. Whatever that is, and whatever your perspective lane is, make sure you know what you're dealing with. Find out for yourself. Don't listen to me, but damn sure don't listen to the motherfuckers that you afraid of. You afraid to get in your car and drive because you think they're going to stop you. You afraid to speak up because you think they're going to cuff you. You afraid to do anything because you think they're going to baton you. You afraid to do anything because you're scared they're going to do this to you. You're scared they're going to do that to you. You fraidy cat, nigga. If you scared, get a dog. But you worried about me saying what I am. But you fail to be able to say who you are exactly. I know what to tell you. I told them niggas, your state is your country. I tell them to look up the legal dictionary. Now you want to choose which way you can use the tool that you got to understand what you don't understand. That's some dumb shit. Nigga, look in the law dictionary. Oh, I speak English. I know. Nigga, you don't know what a person is. If you knew what a person was, you wouldn't call yourself one. Don't know. Don't know what a person is. You don't know anything about we the people. You don't know who you are if you going in the courtroom and you're responding to last name, comma, first name, middle initial, period. You respond to that? Fool, you don't know how to read. Is that your name? When you sign your paycheck, is that how you do it? You're pretending. Don't be mad at the white man. Be mad at yourself. You giving him consent. See, you dumb niggas, this is what I be telling y'all about the Bible, what the free will is. See, heaven is freedom. Hell is being in jail, being in debt, being oppressed. The niggas say trust not in oppression, but these motherfuckers sit there yelling at white people all day. How are they oppressing you if you're the chosen motherfucking people? Dummies. Chosen fools. Chosen ones to forget grandma. What are you choosing? What are you choosing exactly? They made this shit up. I'm telling you, this my fucking 16th, my 16th, 17th great grandfathers. What the fuck? That nigga was not on his deathbed talking about no motherfucking Jesus. Do you think so? And he wrote the book. This shit is crazy. I giving the wrong people credit. You ain't never seen that motherfucker pull no goddamn Thanksgiving dinner or hook up a pot of beans and franks so no kids went hungry for the night. You think Jesus was putting that fucking open-faced grilled cheese sandwich with that old school brick of government cheese that we used to get back in the days that kept us alive. That shit ain't never constipated us. It kept us alive. He ain't never did none of that. Never seen them. I seen grandma make miracles. Can I walk on water? Absolutely. Oh, I control my straw. I've authenticated my shit. I have let them know that I am. I am. What could they tell me? That's walking on water. They're using maritime admiral law. Yeah, I'm walking on water. I do that. Jesus didn't do it. I figured out the SKV and how it pertains to me and my children, and full faith and credit, and just trying to lest he man be born again. I figured that out. No Israelite helped me with that. You think that came to me because King James is my fucking 16th, 17th grandfather? No, nigga, you chew the meat and spit the bones out. All that other shit is bones. Sky daddies and all this other shit is bones. Hell is the exquelture chamber. Look up hell. Look up the legal dictionary for hell. What are you talking about? Eternal fire is the burning in your soul to change your condition of discomfort. It's an allegory based with a little bit, but the backstory is the conditions of a specific group of people who forget who the fuck their nationality is. They forget who the fuck they are. Their name was not Israelites. Their name was Chernahawa. Their name was the Aniwaya. Tiakahili Ikotapa. Say their names. Remember your people. Those are our people. Those are my people. That's who the American Aborigine, the American Indian is referring to. We're not referring to King Tut. We're referring to our third great grandma. We're referring to our fifth great grandfather. The tangible ones that we know we descend from, we can swing from that branch. Arbor, consanguinity. You know, I'm going to tell you, the more you deny who you are based off of some blanket fucking story, just to be down and to fit in with a bunch of people that have not been able to do shit and got all the worries in the world. They got all the problems, zero solutions. If they was about the solutions, they would know the political history of their own lands, how they got put out. They would be to the bottom of it forensically. How did you become a descendant of an African slave? Nigga, you better show that. I just want to see you be a part of that trifecta. You just don't know if you one of those 305,000 people. You got some calculations you got to factor in. You have to deduct all of the people that went to Liberia, right? Got to deduct all those people from 1808. So the remnants at window from the youngest being here at 1808. So they trips, I'm going to just say, to Maryland over Liberia in the 1830s. So that's a little 20-something year span, right? In that time, how much time did they spend here in America? Did they go back? Because they had from 1816 all the way up until 1964. So let me do an interview with some of y'all folks who were slaves over here that you know for sure was African, and they went back via Liberia. They went back via go back to Africa from Liberia. From 1816 to 1964. Show me y'all been in that category. Let me see. Did y'all go back free? Why was y'all still here when y'all had a free trip to go back home in such a short period of time? So that means from 8 to 30, from 1808 to the 1838, that's a really small window. You had time to remember your culture, your family, your village, and everything else. You ain't forget. You ain't forget, and you had time to get your ass away and go on over there. Why didn't they go? if that's where they belong. Why did the United States have to purchase land to bring them back to the place they kidnapped them such a short period ago? How much sense do that make? What does it say about your people that them motherfuckers that just lost you didn't want you back? Y'all want to look at the fucking practicality in the matter. You just want to take these motherfucking pilgrim story and make it a reason that you cry at night. You ain't really fucking concerned because joy is supposed to be the experience that you're supposed to be having. You can't be joyful if you in fear of getting your head bust or your ass whipped every day. It can't be joyful. No abused woman is happy to go in no fucking household where she getting the elbow to a goddamn head and she got to lie, act like she ran into the cabinet. Ain't nothing joyful in that shit. Can't be nothing joyful about feeling like you always in a hostile situation and you ain't got no way out of it. It's so bad. America's so bad. It's like a domestic violence. Well, get out while you can, honey. Don't stay in a bad marriage, baby. You getting beaten and oppressed and whooped so bad. Take your ass home where you safe at. Go to your mother's bosom. You're never too old for it. No one ever gets tired of giving their mom a hug. Whether you're 85 and your mom's 105, if you can still physically hug her without breaking a fucking bone, my goodness, nobody's gonna reject that offer. Go and love up on Mama Africa. Go be in her fucking bosom. Get off Mama America's titty. Get off my grandma breast. You're gonna have to get off the American titty. You can't have no areola. It's over. All you gotta do, love upon your ancestors, yo. Love upon your ancestors. So you gotta do. You don't gotta worry about mine. You don't gotta worry about the American Indie. We taking care of our shit. We trying to govern our affairs and niggas is in the motherfucking way. Y'all scared we gonna get our shit right? If Africa's so successful and so great, why won't y'all show them love? Why won't y'all go and connect and do what it is y'all supposed to do? Y'all worried about the wrong thing. Don't worry about dragging somebody with you. Y'all niggas afraid to go? You afraid to go home? So you need me to have this fucking experience to share with you so you can go honor your fucking folks while I abandon mine? If you think that's going to happen, if you think for a moment, I don't got to leave the land. I can't prove I belong anywhere else. And even if I did really want to get technical down to the skinny from the oldest ones that I can find, nigga, I'd be in Ireland. I still wouldn't be over there. I'd be in Scotland, nigga. I done found these motherfuckers 1100 in London. I'm related to the Plantagenets, nigga. I don't know if you know who they are. They ruled London for 300 years. So where you gonna make me go back to? Outside of America, it's still not Africa. You mad now? You mad now? Oh, she's a self-hater. Man, fuck them Europeans. Can't do nothing about them. Can't change my relativity to them neither. Can't change my relativity to them. But guess what? It still don't make me African. And that shit piss y'all niggas off. Y'all crazy. I could prove that I got fucking European relatives. I can't prove that. And y'all niggas can't either. Y'all would have Spanish names. Bitch, you can't be from Angola and ain't got a Pedro in your family or Antonio in your family, Mr. Africa. Why y'all ain't got no Spanish names? How come you Moors names ain't Vasquez and Perez and stuff? Castile, de Castile. Y'all niggas should be some Habsburgs too and some Heisensteimers too. Y'all gonna have some weird names, you Moors. You motherfuckers was in Germany. Y'all ruled Europe. Oh, word. So y'all was related to Habsburgs and shit like that. How come y'all can't find none of them relatives? Y'all niggas ain't got them names. Them niggas ain't had no L-Bay names over there. They called my nigga, my grandfather, John Dub, the chief of the McAllister clan. Black John. Dub, D-U-B-H. Where y'all was at? How y'all ain't taking over Germany? Morocco, Morocco, Morocco. Nigga, if y'all was running Europe, then that means you got relativity to some of the British monarchs too. You got to be related to some people in France and Spain and Yugoslavia. You got to have some Spanish relatives if you was Moors running Europe. Where that bloodline at? You not just gonna be Moroccan. Nobody over there recognize you, nigga. Their names ain't L's and Bays neither. This is what I mean about being realistic. You can have your belief system. Look at what every constitution for each of these countries say. And between the entire North America, it's about 96 countries, 51, 52 of them being in the Americas. Each state is a country. They have their own constitution, their own charters. Everything that I could do in New York, a nigga can't do in New Jersey. No matter how much close proximity it is. We speak different. We like a lot of similar things because we close to each other. We all wear coats in the winter. We all wear less clothes in the summer. We have those particular things in common. Might be that or the same in those prospective states over there in those nations across the water. That would be the same everywhere. Mexico got a bunch of states. What they do in Guadalajara, they may not do in Cancun. What's acceptable in Acapulco may not be the same in Chihuahua, right? Yo, at the end of the day, y'all gotta deal. Y'all gotta deal with your own tangible ancestors. And then shoot your shot at whoever it is that did your people's wrong. Am I saying that none of y'all were slaves? Absolutely not. Am I saying that no people came over here from foreign nations, in particularly Africa, as slaves? I'm not saying that either. But if you think I'm going to sit there and engage in these dumbass conversations where didn't we all come from Africa? Can't you prove it? You can't even prove who the last 10 women you descended from. Why should I trust your theory on all of us being connected to one source when you can't even name the direct fucking plugs you came from? Do that make sense? Why would white people take you seriously if you can't even get those basic criterions together? Who is supposed to really respect that? How can you place yourself in the narrative and be telling the truth without actual facts? We were slaves. Okay, who, honey? All of them. All of who, honey? All of who? When? How sway? From what time to what time? And who did that? What was their name? What'd they do? Now, can you prove that you were part of the ring that they had in New York, the kidnapping club with the one they named Rikers Island after? Those city clerks that would rip up people's free people of color certificates and act like they were slaves and have free people being sold? Where were you for that? When that was happening to the Indians, where were you for that? When they come up to New York for business and get sold to fucking Louisiana as a slave, you left Virginia as a freeman, but now you're over in Louisiana all twisted up. Where was y'all? Which one of y'all niggas related to Solomon Northup? You ain't found one ancestor that got an extravagant story yet. You ain't bump into that. You ain't see no towns named after the same kinfolk that's named after you right here. Well, show me the Browns of Africa, please. Where are the African men named Fisher? Where can I find the Davis tribe? Oh, I know we got some Taylors over there because Charles Taylor, the blood diamond dude, the one that got 50, 100 years, and Naomi Campbell had to testify against him. He was American descendant from Liberia. His ancestors are from America, and he's a nigga over there that was running Liberia. Blood diamond. They were so mad at him, the Africans wanted to eat everybody. Eat all the Liberians. Eat their liver. What's that nigga just was sitting there, just literally sitting there eating the motherfucker nigga spleen. Oh, we don't barbecue gorilla over here. That's not our culture. We don't eat bushmeat. Niggas eat squirrel and possum. And yes, they had bear ribs and shit like that. And they always barbecued. And we always had motherfucking fish fries in antiquity. The men and women wore weaves too. I showed y'all that. Anthropology. Y'all want all this science, but you can't even deal with the tangible shit. So then when I get in their fucking area and get in their ass with the same dumb shit that they talking about and I use it against them, they get fucking mad. Oh, she don't know what she talking about, bitch. Hold on now. You don't know what you're talking about. You know a great story, baby. But do you know your story? What industry was they in? All the men in my family were longshoremen. They were all Navy men. Yeah, they grew. I can tell you, when my grandfather's side grew, they had Indian corn, they had cattle, they had pigs, they had potatoes, they had a whole bunch of grain. They also grew tobacco. They all worked in certain places, and they lived in this particular place and worked over here. They worked at tobacco farms in Blacksburg. I know what they were doing. They lived in Bermuda 100, in the Shirley 100, in the 1600s. They were there. Treaty of the Middle Plantation. My grandfather and his mother, my grandmother, both signed that. Africa where? Why they called American Indians? They're not African Indians. They never gave that label for people. Look up the 44th tribe of Kenya. Those are Hindustan people that are now considered the Native Americans. They got land, they got access, and they don't get treated like the people, the Kamba people, who are the natural inhabitants, the Aboriginal people of that particular land. They don't got the same rights that the foreigners got. And y'all sit here and question us about how come Native Americans got casinos and shit like that. Nigga, how come y'all African folks ain't never had a juke joint? I was dead. If that's so African, did we just make up corn liquor and shit? No, no, no. We made the shit, but we didn't drink it. Niggas saved that for surgery. But the white man knew that if he could feed that shit to the Indian, he keeps signing away all his land. He give away everything he fucking had. We just gotta pretend to be friends. No motherfucker get drunk and get friendly. Oh, here, take my wallet. Oh, I love you, Bill. Oh, I love you too. Love you too, Two Feathers. You're great. Have another drink. Oh, yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Give me your land. I want some. Shit like that. Grandfathers gambling away land and shit like that. Where you think CeeLo came from? They had to outlaw it and give it to the motherfuckers that's pretending to be the motherfucking Indians and give it a good cover up. But they outlawed it when we did it. But the Native Americans get to do it, right? Africans invented CeeLo. Where y'all dice games at? Where y'all at? Let me see y'all oldest playing deck of cards and shit. Y'all ain't invent no spades. How come cards is indigenous to America? Playing cards. Got a deck of playing cards from the 1600s. And the woman looked like me. And they call her Indian Queen, not African Queen. Indian Queen. All these pictures in antiquity. All these documents in antiquity. I could read a lot of language if I see my grandparents, my ancestors' names on it. If I got to open up a Google tab for translate and see what this old Dutch meant back then and deal with all of that, and I'll do the research. What are you going to tell me? You asked me who 5 of my 5th great grandfathers are, I can tell you. I asked these pan fries that, they cannot. They'll just rhetorically say, repeat how African I am and how disconnected from their own tangible bloodline ancestors they are, and project that shit and try and make it seem like I'm doing something wrong. Oh man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't never gonna go wrong fucking with grandma. That's what y'all thinking y'all mind. I use grandma to beat these boogeymen down that y'all keep saying is so superior and so supreme. Shame on you niggas. What the Indian doing? I don't know. But I ain't gonna hold you too tough. I enjoyed myself this evening. It was all right. You know what I'm saying? They got to get their grannies together. It's definitely going to be a part 2. And I'm going to do a screen share and I'm going to show them all the shit that I talked about and put it in their face with primary sources. Like that Civil Rights Act I just showed them from the government publishing office. You know, show me those. And then I'm going to bring up those fucking... Hold on. Matter of fact, let me do it right now. I got another 5 minutes. These niggas always screaming scholarship. Let's see. Let's see how real they willing to keep it. Let's see how well they're willing to keep it. Watch this shit. See what they got to say now. Let me show them this shit right here. I did it before, but this shit keep going over their fucking head while they trying to drag everybody else across the fucking continent that they wasn't even at. This shit is crazy. It's disrespectful. All right, hold on 1 second. Now, this is Princeton University. Let me get these ninjas. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. So let me get, I want to send y'all this, put this link again for the newcomers that are unfamiliar. That's the Civil Rights Act. The original one, not the updated shit. Now get with that shit and come back and so ask who the fuck Martin Luther King and them was at. And then ask yourself, where was them fucking Native Americans when they couldn't get an apartment, couldn't get a hotel room, couldn't get a house, couldn't get a loan, couldn't, you know, do all of those things that they ended up providing remedy for. So hold on 1 second. Let me grab this shit right here. I just had this shit too. I just be so tired of the disrespect, especially from these latecomers. It is not my fault that these motherfuckers spent the last 50 years talking about all this shit they talking about and still gave up on who the fuck they bloodline related to. If you had to prove your ass was related to Shaka Zulu, a nigga couldn't do it. So let me drop this little spicy meatball map from Princeton University so you can't act like this Phoenix personal fucking opinion, which y'all land, y'all say y'all fucking come from, right? Disrespectful selves, how much you don't pay, how much do you own shit. And again, now this is the earliest known map. There are no Kemet maps. Ain't no goddamn Akibalon maps of antiquity that not one country, nation, thief, colonizer in the fucking land respects or even will show y'all niggas that exist. Y'all niggas is lying. Y'all made that shit up. Somebody made it up. They told y'all that fucking story and y'all ran with that shit. Y'all ran with it. Now let me show y'all what Africa is and what Africa was in 1554. Now I could prove where my people was at in 1554. Right? And it wasn't fucking here. So now show me where y'all come from. Because this is the only place called Africa. Right here. And there goes Tunisia. This is now modern day Tunisia. There was no fucking Morocco or none of that shit. So what y'all niggas talking about? When did Morocco get established? Show me when Morocco got established, okay? Regnum, kingdoms, the Barbaria, barbarics, the Barbary Wars, the Berbers. These are the people that they were calling Negro, the Berbers, the Moors. They were the ones that were called Negro when they came to the United States and they entered into South Carolina, especially particularly as 1740 during the Negro Act. Thank you so much, Marlon. So what y'all niggas talking about? I'm having a hard time believing y'all. Nigeria where, baby? Where's Nigeria? Point to Nigeria on the map. You see Ethiopia right there, boo? You see that right there? You see where Ethiopia was? Why is Ethiopia over to the left now? Over to the eastern side now? How did it get there? When was it incorporated again? Was this Ethiopia called that then? Oh, absolutely not. Rainham, that means kingdom. Which one of y'all niggas is from the Hasbeth kingdom? How many of y'all from Marmarika? Over here next to Egypt, which is real close to America, and y'all motherfuckers probably our sons talking all that shit. Talking all that shit, and y'all probably our motherfucking sons. Why y'all ain't schooling nobody on this shit? How come y'all don't talk about Prester John? What's up, beloveds? How y'all Africans don't talk about Prester John? They was talking about Prester John in ancient African antiquity in the 1500s. And what's this goofy looking little white man over here? Who this goofy little one-eyed white man over here? Who is that right there? Hold on, y'all. That's Saneter again. Hold on. Halito.
Hey, real quick. You're not live now, right?
Yeah, I am. You want to call back or you want to talk in front of people? Yes, you are live.
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. I'll talk in front of them.
Okay.
I'm watching right now because I didn't know you was live. I'm looking at you live right now. Do you have that Cash App? Do you have Cash App?
No, I have PayPal.
All right. It's better for you to get Cash App because I see people donating to you, which is a good thing. But you would want them to donate to your Cash App. That way you get all of it instead of YouTube taking so much out of your money. Like a brother, Marlon P, he gave you 24. But YouTube is going to snatch like a good portion of that. And you don't really get that. So you can get the Cash App because a brother put me on. So I got to put other people on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I appreciate that.
The Cash App, get that and get the card. That way it go right to your card and you got it. But YouTube takes this shit. He takes our money.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so
I get
that's why they do that shit because it makes money for them. And they take a lot of that shit.
Okay.
Get the Cash App whenever you could.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, so I think thanks for the truth, because that is I guess that is correct. I don't really know what it is I see. Of course, I don't do this for the money. I do this for the people. I do this for the people. I do this for the people that have to grow up in the same country in a better condition. And they have to coexist with our offspring. They're going to have to coexist with our offspring. So what's this monopoly right here? So they always talking this shit, but they don't never tell the white man to come back here. They never tell the white man to come back, to go back to Africa. What is this? This would be modern day Congo, right? Wouldn't that be modern day Congo? So which kingdom? So which one of these niggas is from the Orjuin kingdom? That's what that say. Why they not from none of these kingdoms? You got the kingdom of Melinda right here. Let's see. All these different kingdoms. You never hear. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. I don't think they do either. Let me see. I thought the screen share was on. Hold on 1 second. So all that time, the screen share wasn't even on. Here we go, right here. Now watch this shit. Because they don't know what they be talking about. And this shit is real painful. Now, this is from Princeton University. Everybody knows this is a Ivy League school. And this is a Ptolemaic map. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Ptolemy, but this is a Ptolemaic map. Let me make sure that give me 1 second. Let me blow this up a little bit. And I'm going to show y'all the only place that was called Africa in 1554. That's it right there. That's it. So how many people can say that they've actually found their ancestors and traced them down to that specific area? I'm interested in finding out. Are you from Africa? When you say that, you need to know what you're talking about. And even as of 1870, that's going to include Europe. So when you're saying that you're African, you are calling your colonizers the same people that you were saying you are. How can your colonizer pay you out? That means you're their brother and sister, not mine. I'm from America. There's a difference. So when you say that you are African, you are including the same people you're saying oppressed you. Think about it. This is what the law say. This ain't Phoenix opinion. This is not my opinion. It's not my opinion. There's no Morocco in 1554. So how come none of them claim Mauritania? There was no Morocco in 1554. How come the Moors don't say that they are from North Africa, Tunis, Tunisia, Carthage? They're not from Algeria. They never claim these places. They're not from Malta. They're not from Sicily, Italy. How come they don't claim Sardinia? How come they are not saying that Spain is theirs? They are not taking no treaty business to Spain. They're not doing it. Look at all these kingdoms. Where is Congo? It's not there. How they just got rid of the whole Songhai Empire? How they get rid of the Songhai and trade them in for Yoruba and Icon? Songhai got antiquity. How they don't got the Songhai? A part of none of this history that they talking about. Kingdoms. Who's from the Buddhazor kingdom? Who's from the Libya interior, which included all of this, which is Ethiopian? How come they never talk about this side when they thought the earth was flat, being the Ethiopian Sea? The Ethiopian Sea, before it was the Atlantic. They ain't never been across this motherfucker. So as far as they know, it was the Ethiopian Sea. I'm trying to understand where y'all was at. Where y'all was at? Kingdom, 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 kingdom. There was a kingdom here too. Where were you guys? This is the same thing that these pilgrims gonna have to prove. Where were you? Can they prove where they were? Yes, they can. Right here in Africa with this one eye looking real crazy. How come ain't even no fucking pilgrims, no so-called black people on the map? You just got this one-eyed flying purple people leader right here. I'm trying to understand this. Why I gotta go in the area of the African where they try to drag me, but I can't trace none of my people, and you never hear them talk about none of these folks. Where's the kingdom of Salem? Salem. Where they was at? The kingdom of Felix, the kingdom of Petra. You got Medina there, Arabia, you got Syria there. Look at little punk ass Jerusalem, old Johnny come lately. Tyrus, Damascus, Cyprus. How come Candia? Ain't none of y'all from these places here? Moreau, Hamwick, they don't say nothing about Prester John. Nubia, this little tiny area right here, no bigger than the state of South Carolina. How y'all related? Who kidnapped you? Where'd they take you from? What side to what side? And look at, see why I keep telling them? Let me show y'all where the other Africa. There's free Africa's right here in North Africa. And guess where the rest is? Where the Africans are with a K. See? Africae extremitas. So when they calling them people African, and then you want money from the blonde hair, blue-eyed people that you say helped oppress you, when they are rightfully Afrikaans. They are rightfully Afrikaans. Who you calling African? Don't give me these pilgrim identity. I don't want it, baby. It's not mine. It don't look like it's yours. Unless you can locate your people that's related to this little fella right here. This little fella right here. Prove that this map's been tampered with at Princeton University. Show me what kind of power you got, Joseph Johnson. I see you in the chat, mad that it's too good to be true. Like it's too good to be true. You ain't never seen this before, baby. Now Princeton University, now scholarship is out the question now because the Indian over there in African business when the African been up in the Indian business. You see how this shit go? Why I can't go soft, yo. I can't be nice about it because y'all playing with my grandmother, yo. You would never disrespect her. You would never disrespect her. But you think you're gonna do it posthumously. This is why I don't fucking play around with these people, yo. I don't play around with them, yo. They play too much. My grandma ain't for sale, boss. She ain't for sale. She ain't to be taken for granted. She was a good woman. Right? And in your spare time, make sure y'all read this translation over here that they were looking for a different way to get to Calcutta. They couldn't even call it India then. It was Calcutta around Africa when these Europeans was able to walk from where they was at over to Calcutta, what they now call the country of India. So tell me, why do they think they keep saying, oh, Indians is in India, nigga? It was Calcutta. It was Bharat. It wasn't India until April 15, 1947. Go prove that for yourself. It's there. These Google ass scientists, it's easy for you to find out when that shit was incorporated. They didn't start doing business as India until 1947. My grandma was born before that. She was born before that. So them white people, them pilgrims that y'all saying is African, who speaks Afrikaans? The European, the Dutch people of Africa. Charlize Theron people. She is an African. She's an African. I don't see none of y'all niggas saluting them white chicks, calling them beautiful African queens when in fact they truly are. When in fact they truly are the African queens. See how that shit go? Whoa, nobody likes it when the turtle gets the gun, man. Nobody likes it when the turtle gets the gun. See? Again, turtle's indigenous to America too. Don't drag the turtle to Africa. You can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. This is Princeton University. You got a problem with that map? Let's get another one. Let's get another one. I can go. I can help you with that too. 1584. Oh shit. Here we go with kingdoms again. Where y'all from? Oh, did the Middle East just disappear and turn into Asia? Is that what that says right there? Asia? Oh. So right there is the separation when you can walk from Africa, so-called Egypt, to Asia? Oh, really? How come they don't tell us that? Again, where these kingdoms these niggas is from? Ain't no Ethiopia over there in the Middle East. Look at this shit. Ain't this something? Ain't this something? Oh. Okay. Congo. Anybody see Congo over here yet? Oh, Congo wasn't created until the 1950s. Congo wasn't here until the 1950s. Oh, shit. Oh, my uncles are older than that. My uncles are older than the Congo. But y'all niggas want to drag me off to the Atlantic. Now I'm going to send y'all on a boat. On the good ship Lollipop. It's a nice trip to the foo-foo shop. There you go. Where they was making cornbread at over here, y'all? Somebody help me. Where's the cornbread makers over here? Where was they growing tobacco and rum and shit like that? Why did the U.S. need to purchase this land again? Let me know. Damn, there's no Angola yet either. Wow, where's the Angola? Where's Ghana at? Oh, you gotta be joshing me. Oh, where's Angola at, y'all? Wait, what year is this map? Oh man. Oh, 1584. How ancient are you? 1584. There's no Ghana yet. There's no Nigeria. Okay. Wow, this is strange. There's no Middle East. What the fuck? This is some strange stuff. Hold on. There's more. 1644. Ooh, who these light skins from Africa? Who these light skins right here in the corner on this map? Just how they have them chocolatey Virginia Indians on those old ass Virginia maps. Well, who is these light skins over here from Africa? Who these folks? Okay, we got some cocoa browns here. A few cocoa browns. Oh, these is dressed like Arabs. Them right here, they don't look like Indians with feathers and stuff. Huh. Let's see what they was doing in 16. Oh, look at these people here. Must be pretty important. They don't have anything on that resembles. Oh, they got, but they do got afros though. When I'm so confused. Where's the? Oh, no feathers. Oh, and they look so different. They look like Ethiopians. They don't look like they're from Nigeria. Why not? And these are the people of Madagascar, but they don't look anything like the Nigerians. Why not? Here's the beautiful people of Mozambique, and they're dressed like iron sheiks, the turbans and the little iron sheik shoes and stuff. Look at their gear. Check their gear out. And here's your Egyptians. Okay, so at what point did the Egyptians stop looking like Wesley Snipes? Any feedback on that? Any feedback on that from the Pan-Flies? I would totally appreciate it. See, they really dig the scholarship. So now you just dig in the scholarship. Princeton University. If I had 20,000 degrees, they'd be sucking on the phallus of all of that shit, right? Well, this is Princeton. I didn't have to spend $250,000 a fucking semester to learn this shit because grandma and grandpa had this big old fucking bookcase on the shelf. And you know, we ain't get beatings or nothing, but we definitely had to read a book. And this is how it was so easy for me to fucking identify myself based on the people that I actually descend from, not some made up people that I fucking heard about. Because I heard about Egyptians and shit, but I don't think I'm related to these folks over here. These what these motherfuckers look like. Now go back to Americas in the 1600s. Do you see what it say the Indian look like? The Indian look like me. They don't look like these, but so if the Negro that they saying is supposed to be so black, so Pan-African, I'm trying to figure out what kingdoms they come from. Because at a certain period of time, it would have been a kingdom that sold you. Remember, it took for the American to go over there and create a republic in which to colonize the people late in the game. I gave y'all the fucking time frame. The Americans went over there and established the first republic over there in Africa that they never had. But the kidnapped slaves was able to fucking do it. Oh, come on now. Okay, y'all getting warm now. They go to Kingdom of Congo. Y'all getting a little warm now, but it wasn't incorporated until when? Oh, still no Ghana. You don't see no Akan. You don't see none of that. You don't see none of that. No Akan. You don't see none of that. Who's from fungi? Fungi. Gorga. Gasabella. Charu. Sabit. Kaloa. Agag. Agag. Zafala. Where y'all from? Where all my Zafalans at? Where my Zafalans at? Where y'all at, baby? I thought y'all was, you know, Africa to the bone. Where y'all at, baby? Show me where your folks is. Point to this map and let me know where your peoples is from. Okay. Oh, now this is interesting right here because mercatores in Guinea. Merchants in Guinea. Ooh, is this what the Italians look like? Mercatores in Guinea. That's what this says in Latin. I told you I could read Spanish. So look at the Italians. Don't they call Italians Guineas? Didn't they pay for their trip to Ellis Island in Guinea money? Whoa, that shit getting hot round this motherfucker. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. A cola. I don't know where. Don't look like any of y'all related to these. I ain't claiming none of these folks in antiquity. I don't know, Pan-Africans. I don't know, babies. Y'all gonna have to do something. You gotta prove something. Gotta prove something. Mare Atlan. Atlan. Who are the Atlans? Oh, that shit real funny. Ethiopicus, Oceanus, Ethiopicus, the Ethiopian Ocean. You niggas ain't claiming that. Why y'all not talking about this? You're mad at Phoenix, but you're not talking about the Ethiopian Ocean. This is from the foreign perspective. So y'all still in y'all area right here. Just got to prove how you got over to this motherfucker, over to my side. Now take a hint from this map, people. Whose is that? Is that Scotland? See that flag? And that's the French flag. Find out who your oppressors are. You find out, Africans, so you can know who had you got a bus. Somebody owe you something, but it ain't the fucking American Indian. It ain't the American Negro. We don't owe you anything. We got our own to get. Get y'all's. So y'all can stop biting at the ankles, yo. This shit is disrespectful. It's wild disrespectful. I hope y'all understand that. Now, that was 1644. I'm in 1710. I'm in y'all area, y'all. I never see y'all breaking down your own area. This is y'all shit. I never see y'all getting busy in your own element. So, you know, I have to come there and I have to tell you what it's about, what it's hitting for. Now here come where these motherfucking Israelites lost their mind talking about Negro land. But little do they know, they are classifying themselves by saying at this particular time that they were who? The descendants of the who? The Moors that got kicked out of the entire fucking world. Look at Negro land right there. This is where they settled into. So now, whomever kidnapped you, check the laws of the land of the particular place that you were taken from and by which laws were applied to the people that thought it was lawful and legal to take your ass in the first place. So that's two countries you got to deal with. One from whence you think you came, and two from the ones who think you stole you from the land from whence you think you came. Okay, those are the burden of proof that the African slave is going to have to deal with. And again, you better make sure that you ain't including them Europeans that you say that you oppressed by right now in that Africans, because I know damn sure Charlize Theron don't look like none of y'all motherfuckers. I bet you won't be telling her that she resembles somebody in West Africa, and that woman's really South African. She's African. African. For real, for real. Right? Now you got all this place, and ironically, it's right where they happen to send a lot of our fucking people. A lot of the Americans went there. Never mind that. Where the hell is your African people at now? Because they getting snatched up over there in Libya. Libya over there practicing slavery right now. Them Moors is doing right now what they was doing 1,000 years ago, what they was doing 500 years ago. They doing the exact same thing, except over here in America talking about how Moroccan they are when Morocco didn't fucking exist. See this shit I'm talking about? Yo, game over. Everybody just stay out the Indian way, yo. Now look at where they start making up places now. Here you go. This should make y'all feel good. You see where it says Slave Coast? Doesn't that make y'all feel better? Now these are the more familiar names where they say they stole you from. The Gold Coast, the Ivory Coast, the Grain Coast. Nigga, name your kingdom. I'm from the Powhatan Kingdom. Name your kingdom. Who's your folks? Y'all was Kangs? Word. So is my grandmother. She was an Indian queen. Kokoeski. Queen Anne is who she did business as. Queen Anne West. W-E-S-T. Not Queen Anne Zanfara or none of that shit. West. W-E-S-T. And they even called the people of Virginia West Indians and the Carolinas West Indians. They call the people in Jamaica West Indians. They don't call them West Africans. They tell you you're West African, but they don't call you that. These niggas want to question Phoenix, but don't want to question their goddamn oppressor. Why they call you West African, West Indian? Nigga, West Africans call themselves something. They don't say they Negroes. How come ain't none of them claiming I'm from Negro land? My ancestors from Negro land. Nobody from nowhere else, only from West Africa. How could that be? I live in New York on the East Coast, and I got cousins in California, a whole nother country on the other side of this whole shit. So you mean to tell me a motherfucker from where they call Ethiopia now can't possibly have no kinfolk in South America, South Africa? So ain't no Nubians mixed up with the Ethiopians? Oh shit. Look it. And kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Ethiopia, this country is wholly unknown to the Europeans. So they didn't even make a discovery of it. So when did they steal people from an unknown place? Wholly unknown to the Europeans. Oh, y'all fucking up right now. I'm so sick of y'all. So sick of y'all being disrespectful. I got to put you in your own place. Let's go back to the date on this map so I could just show y'all it ain't fucking Phoenix. This 1710. And you mean to tell me these niggas ain't know nothing about Ethiopia? Word. Where that Selassie nigga come from? Look at the shit all these niggas been worshiping and don't even know where the fuck it came from. Because the pilgrims couldn't been stealing nobody from over here if they was wholly unknown to the Europeans. Who you mad at? You're angry. You're mad at the wrong people. This country is wholly unknown to the Europeans. I ain't make this shit up. I ain't make it up. I didn't make this shit up. Y'all like trying to be disrespectful, but y'all don't want to be loving to your own land, right? This your land. Get to it. Get to it. Because I love my shit. I love America. This is why I keep my children mind on the land. I redirect my parents in the midst of all these Pan-Africans, all these agencies, all of these societies, fraternities, sororities, and different foreigners that's involved in trying to force me to assimilate and imitate and perpetuate the bullshit that got my people displaced and placed in civil disobedience. We've neglected our responsibilities to our ancestors as a result of all of these fucking people and their bullshit foreign influences making me lose my mind and keep my mind off my land to study some shit I can't prove. Not one motherfucker related to me. This the type of shit y'all want? Y'all want this type of smoke with the American Indian? I don't think you do. You don't even got the love for your own people. Now, who's the Mono Imugi people? There's some people called the Mono Imugis. Let me see where y'all niggas is at with it. Where y'all at? Uh-oh, Angola's here now. Recent. Angola's here now. When was Angola incorporated? Better check it out. Better check it out. This is when they designed it, but when did it actually come into fruition? When did it actually come into fruition? You worried about my grandma? I'm not worried about nobody coming from Mono Moogie. I'm not worried about y'all folks. You worry about mine, nigga. I know where mine's at. Let me see which one of y'all niggas is the Monomo toppers. That's these people over here. I bet you that's what some of these people in South Africa with Charlize Theron and them other, nice blonde hair, blue-eyed Africans come from. I bet you they know who they folks are. From down here, even up into Denmark and Germany, from, which they may have migrated. They migrated into Africa, just like so many others that say they migrated into Africa. None of these Africans seen that video on cowboyism, huh? Oh, with the good old Chief Omar from the Legba tribe, huh? He didn't tell y'all that 1,000 years ago his people came from what they now call India, from Hindustan. Oh, I get it. Y'all want to blame Phoenix for the lack of scholarship that y'all niggas got. Renoko Rashidi ain't tell y'all about the Monomo Tapa people? Oh, Kafirs. Isn't that what Gandhi called the people over there? Isn't that a disrespectful word that Gandhi called y'all? And y'all turn around and call us Katas? What's a Kafir, honey? Kafir can't be good. That's a negative connotation. This why y'all still feel so compelled to call me out my name. You want to call me an African and make me like Charlize Theron and the rest of y'all stateless niggas that saying y'all from a place that didn't even exist when y'all talking about it? For real? Y'all want me to subscribe to that? Y'all want me to subscribe to that? Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. This why I don't take y'all seriously. You call me delusional, I call y'all niggas stupid and every fucking name in the book. Right back at you. But I know who my grandma is. She don't come from Kafirs. Not from these folks over here. Oh. Zanzibar. Where y'all from? Where y'all from? Is Morocco? Let me see. Is Morocco even here yet? And even in the 1700s now. Oh no, they're still called the Barbers. In the crosshairs of the Barbary Wars, which was currently going down towards whatever time these motherfuckers is saying this transatlantic slave trade happened. Oh shit. And they fighting these Barbary War dudes over here, who they called the barbarians. Oh, they worried about how they said that we were savages, but they was calling these niggas barbarians. Something was going on over here. They got kicked out the whole world, Craig. Okay, so who are from? Look at this long, lovely name here. Biledu Jared. That's a long name. I ain't never heard none of these Africans saying they part of these people. These is ancient people. They in antiquity. You can't argue with Phoenix there, can you? But what I can argue with you niggas is, who are you related to? Who your sister Sledge over there? Where's your we are family? I got all my sisters with me. Where y'all folks at? Where y'all folks at? What songs y'all sing when y'all have family reunions? Y'all play Ain't No Stopping Us Now over there? What songs y'all doing? Who handles y'all barbecue? Do the uncle be on the grill? Do y'all uncle wear them funny socks and be on the grill and make the best goddamn barbecue sauce from scratch with the pot belly and the wife beater on? Talking about you don't know nothing about that, nephew? Is that what y'all folks do too? Who make the potato salad? Who make the potato salad? Africans invented mayonnaise too? Mayo too? Word. Uh-huh. Y'all gonna talk about it. Y'all want to talk about y'all shit. Y'all want to be all up in our affairs. Now I'm in y'all business. 1737. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? 1805. What y'all niggas was doing in 1805. Let's get y'all closer to the end of the slave trade in the Americas and see if y'all can pick a fucking kingdom that you come from now. Let's see. We in 1805. The Europe stopped sending African slaves into North America in 1808. They stopped shipping them into anywhere in 1808. 1808, it was over, so there's no more slaves to none of these places you saying all these people was going to are the British colonies, okay? None of them. So they wasn't going to Jamaica no more. They wasn't going to the United States no more. Look at all these places. Y'all running out of room now. Y'all running out of room. It's a real small fucking window. It's a real small window y'all got. They trying to swindle me out, my grandmother, and trade myself for the great desert of Zara, where nobody comes from. That's what this shit right here say, the great desert of Zara. Who's Zara? Which one of y'all ancient ancestors is Zara? Is that Sudan over here in the middle interior next to part of the Ethiopian kingdom? Here's Sudan over here to the right, spelled with O-U-D-A-N, before they moved it all the way over to the Middle East. How come y'all lands just keep getting up and walking to the other side of the fucking continent, but you worried about who took my fucking people, of course, from fucking the Gulf of Mexico up to the Mississippi? They ain't went far. They had my folks going up and down the Mississippi talking about row your boat gently down the stream. Oh, y'all got me fucked up. Let's get into it right here. Okay, now y'all dealing with the Ashantis and the Dahomies, and here we go now. This is where y'all start lying. This is where y'all start appropriating the fucking culture. This is where the motherfucking pan-fried started saying, I'm these people, I'm these people. There go the horses. How y'all forget the Sudanese? Oh, there's a note over here regarding them. Where the Sudan? They went to the other side. Oh, wow. Sudan or Negritia. So one of these two. So they was calling themselves Negritias. Okay. Upper Guinea. Where y'all was at? Ain't no Ghana yet. Oh, shit. Now I can't stand y'all. This is why I don't like y'all. Y'all don't even know where Jollof rice came from. And look at these people over here called the Jollofs. Look at that. Look at this map. They called the Jollofs. That's where y'all rice came from? I thought that shit was made somewhere else. Oh, it's only specific to this area? Who related to the Jollofs? Who's related to the Jollofs? So this is a particular rice that they was famous for, right? When they made they stop. Because where did they go? Into the Windward Coast, right? That's as far as they was able to get. That's crazy. This where Jollof came from. Now, y'all should have been teaching us about y'all culture while we tell y'all about our food. I told you motherfuckers the tomatoes is American, potatoes is American. So when I tell you that we barbecue, had fish fries, and had salad, you motherfuckers is looking for some superficial ass Native American food when I'm steady telling you motherfuckers I'm an American Indian and we ate grits and we loved it. We had cornbread and we loved it. You call it soul food. I call it grandma shit. We ain't the same motherfucking people. They ain't eating no grits. They eating jollof over here. This where the jollof came from. That looked like modern day Liberia. So maybe we had the rice and y'all had the jollof. So now y'all trying to say that that's jollof rice when we showed y'all, gave y'all a staple that y'all didn't have before. So again, the American feeds the African. We've always fed the African, and now the African wants steal food from my baby's mouth. For real, y'all? Y'all think I'm gonna let that go down? See, I take this shit show enough personal. Oh, she's rough. She's this, she's that. Motherfucker, I ain't no fool. You call me whatever you want, but don't call me late for the cornbread, nigga. I'm serving it up. I'm serving it up with them hominy grits. and them good old fucking whitings and that good old catfish nuggets. I'm serving it up. And go, give me that cornmeal so it fry up real crunchy and crispy. And give me that shit. Let me make a couple hush puppies while I'm at it. That shit American too. Lobster fishermen, longshore fishermen. It's the shit the industries my ancestors did. Let me get that fucking dashiki made with that cotton, because that shit belonged to my people. My folks' knuckles was fucking bleeding over cotton. Mountains of Kong. Kong is a motherfucking Chinese name. And why you think that the Chinese is over there in the Congo now? Maybe them bitches is home already. Y'all ain't never thought of that. Kong is a Chinese name. Go ahead, or Asian name. Go ahead and fucking prove me wrong. Kong, the mountains of Kong, over here now where the modern day Congo is now. So who's the Kong people? Y'all better get y'all shit straight, but y'all gonna leave the Indian alone. Gonna leave it alone. I could feel free to check these maps out on Kingston. Read the little soliloquy and synopsis and shit that they put down there. Parts unknown. How they tore up the whole continent and they still didn't even know. This is 1805. They still didn't even explore this particular part of Africa. Why y'all niggas trying to get me to accept this? Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all grandma killers. Unknown parts. All of this. Look how they ain't even go in this interior yet. Only coastal. You telling me they stole 600 million people from the coast and couldn't even get up in the heart of the matter? 1805, this map, a new map of Africa. 1805 beauties, and they still up in the unknown parts, ain't even get in the guts. Y'all better cut y'all shit. Y'all gotta be joshing me, man. Y'all gotta be joshing. That's why I can't go soft with y'all. Y'all be killing my grandmother. Y'all kill her. You can't place yourself with none of these people. 1851, okay, they were sending niggas back to Africa then. Where y'all was at then? Let's see how developed they was at this point. They still wasn't all up in the interior then. These places ain't even all got names, but I bet you there was some folks there that can't none of y'all niggas name and say that y'all was motherfucking related to. Right. Right. Y'all want to talk this shit to me, right? Okay. All right. And look at these Mary, Joseph, and Jesus looking people over here. And these are the people, the Arab family of Algeria. Oh, where Morocco is now? Y'all, I'm getting offline. I'm done with y'all, y'all. I'm done with y'all. Y'all let me know when y'all want some more. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of A4 Pure. Shout out to African Americans, Africans. Y'all see what it is. Cop them Phoenix Moon t-shirts. Y'all call this what you want, but I call y'all grandma killers. You better call me an American Indian. I ain't gonna fuck around with y'all too tough. Love, peace, and motherfucking bear grease. That's some shit that we made up. Peace a lot, she can.